Hello there, Wezo speaking. I am the person who have developed this tool on the Google Sheets. I am going to do a quick tutorial for you to understand what it is doing. So when you're gonna open this file, you are more likely going to fall on this tab, which is the README tab. So the most important things you have to remember, it's whatever you do, you click file and you make a copy. Please don't forget to do that. This is very important because I'm gonna share this link with as many people that I want to use it. And if you don't do that and you change the content of this file and someone else does it, then it's just gonna update the same file over and over. So do make a copy on your own drive right away. Second thing you need to understand is because I haven't fathom yet how to spread it widely. That means every time I'm going to update these sheets, you will have to come back and redo that. I know it's annoying, but hold still, it's not that complicated. Basically what happens is every time a new character is going to be released, you will need to do that. But if you don't need to farm those characters, then it doesn't really matter in the first instance. So let's dive into it. We've got these sheets, which is gear. Gear is made to show you the gear for a specific character. And there are some cells you should never tick, and there is some cells you should tick. Most of them you should not touch them, basically. What you have to remember is column D, your inventory, is where you can type something. Here, here, here. Where you can also do something is in row 1 and row 4, where you can select your character, or you can select a gear level. So you have gear 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and gear 8 to 13. So gear 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 all together. I did not do below that because I don't see the point. Most of us have these gears sitting up somewhere. And yeah, those one are the most relevant to me. Don't forget that I have made this tool for my own use at the beginning, and I did not see the point of doing that. If it's necessary to do below gear 7, that's something I could reconsider, but it's a lot of work. The way I have built my database, it will be a massive work. But it's not impossible. So yeah, just to show you like quickly, you can type any character's name. So I am here in G1 and I could type window, for instance, and it's going to give me the two windows that are available. So I can either use my mouse or I can use the arrow from the keyboard. One type is a Mace window, the second one will be Jedi Master Mace window. And when you type, you're gonna have the SWG link and a customized image that I made myself. I just pick the image on the website, put like a blue background for light side, red for dark side, and it's white when it's neutral, just for Rondo. And yeah, just underneath you can select the gear. Most of us are probably going to select everything. That's the only thing. Like if you just want to take him to gear 8 or 9, then you would have to put gear 8, gear 9, gear 10, then select his name again. So that's where am I? Mace, and Mace. So if you were interested only in gear 8, 9, and 10, that will be it. So you must be thinking like, well, nothing is happening. Well, of course nothing is happening because the gear is actually lower. Because all the gear we have, see, like it starts to show up here now. It's lower in E. You have every gear represented on the left hand side, all of them. So yeah, being the gear 12 plus first, then gear 12, then gear 11, 10, 9, etc., etc., then it means like, yeah, if you put gear 8, 9, or 10, more likely you won't see anything because it's a little bit below. So that being said, this is not really what this tool is the most impressive for. You can definitely select like a few characters you want to farm, like you've got 20 entries in total. I never had the use of more, to be honest. More could be used, but please keep in mind that if you do add a column on the right or on the left, it's gonna mess up everything. Which is why I don't encourage you to change anything on the sheet, is because I'm the only one who knows how it works. And if you mess up something, then it's an issue. Like even like this cell, you can see like there is a big fat ass function in it. And if you just do one thing in this function, it's not gonna work anymore. So please keep in mind, drop down list here, all the way, plus your inventory in there, you can touch, not the rest. Now what you want to do is you want to use that one, to be honest. I have put most of the journey characters, including the Galactic Legends. Not all of them are in here, like Grandmaster Yoda, Palpatine. It's not really necessary. It's like more likely people uh, toons who needs to have requirement above gear 12. Everything below, nah. So yeah, Jedi Master Mace Windu, which is the latest toon. So if you click on it, it's gonna run a macro. And you just have to wait a little bit because it go fetch on a lot of different ones. And yeah, obviously here it's not working. Oh yes, it is. Here we go. So as I said, it takes a little bit of time just because it goes fetch, each cells go fetch individually in the entire database. So yeah, here you've got the 6 characters that are required, gear 8 to gear 13 because you won't hold their gear, but well, if you don't want them, well, you can just remove this one and he's not on the calculation anymore. There is another important thing you might want to use is when there is a green sign here, it means you have the right quantity, so you don't need to farm anything. So let's say I know I have 150 of those, so I have to come in the cell, type 150 manually, press enter, and it tells me, yeah, you're good to go. So you have the possibility to click to use a filter, so it's a macro which is going to start a filter automatically, and if you put hide 0, it's going to remove all those lines who has the green one. So you see realistically what gear you really need. If you want to change project, you will have to put that back to 0 yourself. But if you want to change to another project, you don't need to clear anything. It's just gonna do it on its own. But we'll suggest when you're done, you just reset gear sheets. It's gonna warn you, read it if you forgot what I said, but basically if you press yes, it's gonna reset row 1, then 4 as well, completely. It's gonna reset this cell, C4 and B4, and it's gonna reset completely column D, so it's gonna remove every entry you put in your inventory. So if you don't want that to happen, you can just press no, then it's gonna reset the projects up there, but the numbers here are going to stay, which is quite important if you spend 10 to 15 minutes to put your numbers. Alright, what's not working right now? Interesting. It should be working. Let's press yes just to check. Works with yes. Well, I would have to fix that, obviously. Anyway, let's move to the next sheet for now. And you're gonna find roughly the same thing. It's a relic, and you have this and that you can use. So drop down menu, characters, and the relic level. So Sam, you can choose anything you want. You can even like go mid project. Like let me explain myself. Let's go for this boy again. Master Mace window. And it's gonna load all the characters. So you know, I assume you want Mace window to be relic 8, but you could drop, like let's say you are just interested to have him relic 5. Then you can just change that and it's gonna update your total number. But for some reason you really like Scorch because he's a very big tank, so you could change that. You could change him to relic 9. So let's say you took him to relic 5 for the requirement, but then you change your mind and you just want him from relic 5 to relic 9. So you could go there and it's gonna give you the amount of everything you need from relic 5 to relic 9. That's what I've done here. Then same thing here, you can come there, relic, reset your relic sheet, yes. If you press cancel, nothing happens. If you press no, it resets the sheet but leaves the amount of material you have. Now the next one is about ability. I would not say this is very handy, but who knows, maybe some of you might be interested to see how much you want to farm. But yeah, once again, you've got like all those names. I'll be honest with you, it's not the more relevant one. Not anymore. It was in the past, but it's not anymore. For someone who just had a new account and really wants to know how many, I don't know, maybe Omegas he needs, or so those guys. I mean, for me, I'm 30 million of GP. I've got 16,000 of them sitting. I've got 1,500 Omegas. They are never a problem when I have a new characters. I'm still on the crunch on Zeta, but I'm nearly done with that. But yeah, well, Omicron is pretty useless. We never need to farm any Omicrons to get a character. That being said, well, it can still be used if you like. Reset ability. Yes. Next one will be actually modes, which is not really relevant anymore, but if you guys are into modes and really wants to know how much you can farm, you need to farm, is you can use that. It's 5 dots, tier E to tier A, tier C to tier A to tier to 6 dot tier E, etc, etc. I did not put a lot of entries. If some of you wants to have more of that, I can definitely rework this sheet and make it with more options. But yeah, let's say you wanted to take like from 5E to 6A, it's gonna tell you how many of those guys you need. Well, if you need it only for one character, then that's fine, but if you need for, same, like you've got 20 entries, you might want to put more characters, but yeah, not really useful sheets anymore. Still, you're welcome to use it. Okay, let's reset it. This ship roster, well, I'll be honest with you, this sheet is more something that I've been using for myself because I've always been in love with ships, and it's just basically the database of every ship because I wanted to know how many stars I have for the ship, same for the character, which gear level they were, and their modes. It was just to keep a track on that and where I needed to work next. But yeah, feel free to use it if you want to. And the last one, same, it's not really useful anymore, but if you're into territory war and want to build some project, then you can choose the project you want. Here we go, guys. Let me know if you need more help or whatever, and if this tutorial is very handy or not. You have a good one and enjoy it.